Some of you might not believe me when I say this, but I have in fact been single my entire life. I know, you're probably looking at me thinking, you're a fucking gatch, Kira, why are you single? I don't know. I literally don't know. I think I'm the problem. Anyway, I saw a girl on TikTok the other day, like she was a curvy diva, and she was saying that like she knows at the moment she's not at her peak and she's still on her journey to be like the most confident version of herself. I like relate to that. She was also saying that her type in men and the type of men that she attracts don't necessarily correlate. I also fucking relate to that. I'm at this point in life, I'm 21 years old. I love being single. I absolutely love it. I love doing what I want when I want. However, a boyfriend wouldn't go amiss. You know? I was just thinking, do I just stay as I am, be wild and crazy and free? Or do I maybe give dating a go? I hate dating. I probably should. Someone just help a girl out. Let me know your opinions on this. Do I wait till I'm at my peak? Do I do it now? Just let me know.
You've never had a boyfriend, so that means you're still a virgin. Right now, you're in the best stage of your life to find a husband and get married. But instead, you're buying into the empowered women's narrative of go find your best version, a path that will lead you straight to the wall without ever finding that version. Today, we're looking at modern women who are furious because men are choosing to stay single. But before we begin, give us a like and leave your comment below. Let's get started.
Every self-respecting woman at some point realizes that being lusted after, being desired, is the lowest form of flattery. You can have men obsessed with you, chasing after you, lusting after you, giving you so much attention. And for a while that makes you feel worthy because you've been taught male attention equals love. But when you've done the work on yourself, when you've been healing your attachment wound, when you've been raising your self-worth and you genuinely start to love yourself as a person and like yourself, being lusted after starts to feel physically repulsive because you crave a love as deep as the ocean. And so the attention that you once got from men starts to feel empty, it starts to feel hollow, because your standards have evolved past external validation. And the idea of somebody just wanting you now for your body, for your appearance, feels so shallow and surface level that you can't even think about entertaining it anymore. And so you protect your energy by declining these men and only allow access to men that give you presence, attention, affection, devotion, because anyone can want your body, but not everybody can hold your soul.
Oh, hell no!
In London, I often see really, really young girls, 18, 19, 20, 21, sat at dinners, bars, hotels with middle-aged men, right? And this is nothing new. We all know the transactional relationships that these people have in big cities. We know it's nothing new. But I just have to ask, how the fuck are these girls sat next to a gremlin, a garden gnome, a fucking abomination of a man, yeah? And they will give him a little kiss after dinner. How are you doing that? That would fucking turn me over. Even when I'm scrolling on Hinge and I see someone that looks a little bit fucking claps, I'm like, I can't imagine sogging him. You could not pay me enough money. There is nothing that you could do, like, to me, transactionally, to make me want to kiss you if I do not want to kiss you. How are you managing? Because these girls are getting the bag, man. They're walking around here with Birkins, Chanel bags, YSL heels. They are getting the bag. But at what cost? And also, just how do you do it yourself? I need to know.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
There's no need to show yourself naked to feel sexy or feminine. And before you come for me, hear me out. We grew up in a world where women are objectified. Facts. So of course nakedness gets attention. It always has. And a lot of women learned early, if I show my body, I get seen. That's conditioning. But here's what I want to separate. Nakedness that comes from joy in your body, from freedom and from self-expression that can be deeply feminine and powerful. Nakedness that comes from a need for attention, for validation, on a worth that you can't give yourself, that is something else. Because that's the longing to be seen and to be desired, but for the wrong things, and no amount of likes or affection will fill that in the long run. For me and my work, femininity has very little to do with the body. It is a quality of being. There's receptivity, there's presence, there's depth, the ability to feel open and to create but still have boundaries. And I think a truly feminine woman doesn't fight for attention. Her presence pulls people in before her body does. And of course I would be careful about judging women who show a lot of skin, because behind all of these choices is the same desire that we all know. Please see me and please recognize me. The real question is, are you being seen for who you are, or just for what you look like. Those are two very different experiences, and only one of them actually fills you. This is something that is deeply affecting your self-worth.
Let's get one thing straight from the beginning. Women have used their beauty to gain favor with men since the dawn of time. That's not a modern invention or a result of patriarchy. It's history. It's biology. It's reality. And what you're personally attracted to in a man isn't the universal standard. If women chose exclusively based on looks, 80% of the men on this planet would never find a partner. But they do. Why? Because in real life, women don't choose based on looks alone. So what are we really talking about? And most importantly, men are not the ones pressuring women to show off their bodies. It's actually the opposite. Most men would rather their woman didn't. The pressure comes from within, from other women. Just look at what happens on the Blue app. A woman joins, starts making money by showing off her body, and before long she's recruiting other women to do the same. No man asked her to, and somehow we're still the problem.
To be honest, it always works best to just go after someone who you just cannot stand.
I mean, I get, but for
Who
me,
you know you're not gonna be attracted to them because they just really fucking piss you off.
even if I know up front, I've obviously had someone tell me like I don't want a relationship, I'm not gonna. I still in my brain could not understand that concept, and obviously I never got mad at them because they were upfront with me, but it still didn't stop me from having feelings and wanting more. So for a girl, like, what would you recommend that they do? Like you said, going after someone that you don't like.
Yeah, going after a guy that you know you're not that physically and emotionally attached or attracted to.
Stop it. Get some help.
Just for educational purposes, men, come and talk to me. Why are you so scared of a woman being a woman? And that's not meaning to be offensive. Like, we are big energies, we are big emotion, we are intuitive, we are truth speakers, we are deep feelers. That is what makes a woman a woman. But I find that a lot of men do not want us to be women. It's really hard to suppress who we are. And I don't know if any other women are experiencing this, but it's really hard to suppress who we naturally are for connection. Like, I'm designed to read energy. I'm designed to be intuitive. I'm designed to feel in a huge way. I'm designed to birth things. I'm designed to create.
Here are at least 10 reasons women over 50 that are single do not want situationships. Oh, I would never dive into that. Reason number one, we want emotional peace over uncertainty. And first of all, how about safety? Like, if you're sleeping with someone and you have no monogamous commitment, like, who knows who they're sleeping with and what they could possibly bring home to you? No, thank you. All right. How about number two? We're tired of guessing games. I don't want the anxiety of knowing, are you going to show up? Are you not going to show up? Are we something? Are we not something? Like, I want peace of mind. We want to feel safe, seen, heard, loved, and adored. And a situationship says, I'll show up when I feel like it. And if that works for you, great. And if it doesn't. Second of all, we're not willing to settle anymore for less than we deserve. I don't deserve crumbs. You don't deserve crumbs. Forget about the whole cookie. We deserve the whole box of cookies. That's part one. I'm going to go to part two because I'm going to.
A 50-year-old woman still thinking she gets to set the terms. Ma'am, you're closer to a nursing home than a wedding altar. Most men at that age have already been through marriage, divorce, and complete destruction. And they've all reached the same conclusion. You stay in your house, I'll stay in mine. No marriage license. No living together. Why? Because one divorce is enough to teach a man that lesson for life. And that brings us to the next point. Men are consciously choosing solitude. They no longer see the value in chasing anyone. The most ironic part of all is that feminism ended up doing men the biggest favor imaginable. It proved that we don't need a woman to live a fulfilling life. And that reality is changing society far more than any movement ever expected. And about the first woman, many of the women who get involved with men they don't even like are the very same ones who end up destroying them. They cheat on them, make their lives miserable, or simply use them until someone they actually want comes along. That's not a relationship. It's a trap with an expiration date.
Women. If I had a daughter, this is exactly what I would tell her are the most important things to understand about being a woman in this day and age, and the things that are most important for you to have in order to succeed. The first one is money. You need to be well resourced in that you have your own money, which is possibly the greatest resource that you could have because it represents your freedom of opportunity. You can go anywhere, you could do anything. You're not necessarily controlled by having a lack of money, because that is one of the easiest ways to be controlled and overpowered, is by not having enough money to support yourself in whatever your needs are. The second thing is self-defense and self-protection. And that's not just learning how to do karate or carrying a gun, even though those things can be helpful. It's also having the will to defend yourself, having the will to always make sure that you are always protected in every situation, that you never put yourself in danger willingly and unknowingly, that you never put yourself in any situation that is likely to go in harm's way. But it is to set up your life, where you live, how you act, the skills and the knowledge that you have every single day, to make sure that you are always safe no matter what you encounter. And we can't prepare for necessarily everything, but we can always be prepared for what we can reasonably expect might possibly happen. And that is so important for women. The next thing is external resources. Know how to call 911, know how to call the police, know how to file a report, know how to report domestic violence, know how to report someone harassing you, know how to file a lawsuit, know how to file small claims, a small claims lawsuit or any type of lawsuit, know how to work with an attorney, know how to get representation. You have so many external resources and defenses available to you, but you just have to know how to use them. And in that, you can walk in even more power. And honestly, I wouldn't necessarily have to give that much advice about men, because if you prioritize those three things, that will be at the front of your mind. So any man who is putting you in danger, who is not providing you money, and who is cutting you off from resources, or trying to, or not okay with you being resourced, is not the man for you. That's an easy way to vet. When you have your priorities in order, it's not difficult to vet. You're just automatically turned off by anything that doesn't fit within your priorities. I would also add that education is very powerful. Education is a form of freedom, and it is a right that you can exercise, but just having education is not going to teach you how to get money. It's not going to teach you how to be self-governing. It's not going to teach you how to access your resources. I didn't learn any of those things, and I have a master's degree. I was in school for years and years. I was in private school. I was in the best schools in the country. I didn't learn any of that. Those are life skills that every woman should know, that you're not going to learn from getting an education. Now, getting an education is important because it can give you access to more income, more specialty jobs, if that's something that you want. But it's not the most important thing. Those three things, money, having external resources, and self-defense and self-governance, are the most important things any woman should know.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
You know that there is a trick to get anyone to do whatever you want. Like your man, your girl, your client, your boss. It is borderline magic. You're going to do it for the rest of your life. For example, you want your man to take better care of his hair. Don't say, I hate it when you don't style your hair, it's ugly, blah, blah, blah. Say, oh my gosh, baby, I love when you use the based hair clay I got you. You're so handsome, I want to kiss you all day long. One gets ignored, the other gets results. People move towards praise. Start dating like a man. I need you to actually hear this one. Like, men don't get attached too soon. They don't overshare, they don't overgive, and they absolutely do not chase someone who isn't chasing them back. So why are we still doing all of that? Stop overgiving before he's earned it. Stop overthinking out loud. Pull back, observe, decide if he's actually worth your energy. Take care of yourself in the process. Stay sharp, stay put together. The kind of woman who has her own standards, her own routine, her own everything. The same way a man who's serious about keeping himself in good appearance, uses good products from base.com, shows up like he respects his own time. You bring that same energy to how you move, act like you've already been chosen, and like you need more. You are the prize. Stop waiting for him to figure that out and start moving like you already know it, because the second you start dating like a man, they will treat you like losing you is not an option. Men already operate from this place. Know if it's not you, it'll be someone else. Don't panic about it. I hate to say it, but men crack the code with this one.
If the first thing you teach your daughter is how to secure her own paycheck, you're not teaching her how to be a woman. You're teaching her to become her own provider. That's not wisdom. It's a blueprint for failure disguised as empowerment. Women used to be taught how to build a home, how to be a wife, how to be a mother. Today the message is, become the man. And then people wonder why so many women are single, and unhappy by the time they turn 40. Now, the second woman actually says something worth hearing. A compliment motivates a man more than 1,000 arguments and complaints ever will. A woman who knows how to speak with kindness gets further than one who fights over everything. That's not manipulation. That's emotional intelligence, a skill that's no longer being taught. As the wise have always said, a wise woman builds her home, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. We've reached the end of today's video, but before you go, the questions are for you. Did feminism end up benefiting men more than women by teaching men that they don't need women? What does it say about a woman who joins the Blue app and then starts recruiting other women to do the same? If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.